Hey guys, it's Lindy.
And it's Mike here, and this is TIY,
the Tiny It Yourself channel, and today we're going to show you the halfway progress, or so, of our house.
Yeah, it's in a bit of an ugly duckling phase, so bear with us, but we realized in all of our instructional videos, we're just looking at sort of a microcosm of our house, just like a piece or a window or something like that, and we haven't showed you what the whole thing looks like right now, so we're excited to do that.
Yeah, a lot of you guys have asked, hey, can we get a tour? Is your house finished yet? So we're just updating you.
No, it's not finished, but let's take a look anyway.
Alright, so a major thing we've done is install a door, which was really necessary because it's been rainy and terrible in Iowa and we didn't want things getting in. So I have to remove some of the tape from our paint job. As you can see, we painted it like a bright green color. This is probably one of my favorite colors. First we weren't sure about it, but I think it turned out really great. Deciding on our lock and our handle, we really wanted to match like the linear pattern of our wood siding that you'll see later when that's put up. So yeah, we just went with a very basic square handle, and then we found a deadbolt that matches that, and we wanted a deadbolt that looks sleek. So the great thing about this keypad is it actually has a remote, so you don't have to remember a combo or have a physical key. You can just push the unlock button, which is awesome. It's just like a car. And we will have a video later on about how we installed our door, so look forward to that.
Okay, so this is the current state of the front of the house. It's a little bit hard to see because trees are in the way and we got shadows on it right now. But the biggest change you can probably tell is the 3 windows that we've added. Those are windows that we made sort of from scratch. We'll get into that and we're gonna have a whole video on that. Another change is I started flashing out this valley here in case any water gets under there. And we've started doing some more trim on the top. Yes, that will all be covered eventually.
So as you can see, we've started to put in our metal trim up here above our wood trim. This will actually match the rest of our metal siding, which obviously isn't up yet. We also put in our drip edge down here, and we added some beefier jacks just to make sure that everything was perfectly level. We've always been testing for it throughout the build, but we wanted to really ensure that it stayed that way as we continue to add more weight onto our trailer. So if you haven't already, you can check out our window install video, but I just wanted to add that we finalized our window on this space. This is the kitchen, and we just decided to go with a non-opening window just so we wouldn't have that view obstructed because it's already a really small opening, so we just thought we would utilize as much light as possible.
So right when you walk into our house, you'll notice there's this big pole in the middle of the house. What is that doing there? So a lot of critics in the comments have been like, your butterfly roof is such a stupid idea. We know it isn't the smartest idea, but we wanted to do something different, which usually has its challenges. And the original design was going to have some type of rise in the middle so that at the base of the valley, it was also gonna rise a little bit across the other dimension. But when we were putting the roof up, we didn't really have it figured out how we were gonna make that happen, so we just built it normally. And so, of course, we ended up getting a little bit of standing water in the middle because the roof has a tendency to slightly sag. And so the goal is to have about 1/4 of an inch per foot of slope so that the water runs off. And the way that we are going to achieve that is with this metal truss that I welded. It is not installed yet, it's just hanging there. It's actually going to go right up against this piece. Where's my finger? Where's my finger? It's gonna butt right up against that piece there, and it's gonna be right under that OSB in the wood, and it's gonna create a little hump right there, and then go back down. It's very subtle, you probably can't tell from here, but the whole thing slopes on the top, and then slopes back down.
All right, and behind me is what's gonna be our bathroom. As you can see, we have it framed out. This will be the door. We're thinking of putting our ladder here. We haven't really decided what we're doing yet, how we're getting up to our loft. We have these exposed wooden beams because we really like that look in other tiny houses. And it's a fairly small bathroom because you don't need much, obviously. And what's gonna be above our bathroom is our TV loft. And if you can see here, we're gonna be putting some pine tongue and groove flooring down and then maybe covering that with some carpeting material. We're not really sure yet. And if you've seen our other storage videos, you know what our other plans are for up there. So check it out if you haven't already. And behind me is our bathroom window, and you can see why we didn't opt for this same style in our kitchen. It obstructs a lot of the view, but it is necessary in a bathroom to have ventilation so you don't get mold and other problems, so that's why we went with the sliding one right here. So our current plan, again, things could change. We plan to have our toilet here And have our shower here, which you can already see the plumbing for that. And behind me will be our sink and like vanity area.
So because we had that diagonal sort of roof line, we decided to go ahead and get super DIY and make our own windows to an extent. Here is the fourth one. 3 of them are installed already. And we essentially just pre-bought these vacuum sealed double glazed window inserts. We gave a company the dimensions and they mailed them to us. And then we made our own wooden frame. And here's an example of the side view of that. Again, we'll have a whole video on that. It's mostly done. And we haven't built it yet, but right here is going to be our sort of master bedroom loft. And that's gonna give us a nice panoramic view. And these 3 windows are fixed, and then we're gonna have an operable sort of awning window right there. And then our last fixed window right there, which is the one I was just holding.
I am now in our kitchen, which is directly opposite of our bathroom, and we have 3 windows set up here. We're just trying to get as much light as possible. And this one opens, and we thought it'd be cool. Maybe you could like pass food to the outside if we later have like a patio area. So yeah.
Okay, now in terms of what goes where in the kitchen, we're gonna have a sort of U-shaped counter space all the way around. Right here is gonna be sort of the prep zone. We're gonna probably do the stove right there or right there. We actually have the choice. We're gonna have the sink right there and more counter space over there, and then a fridge right there. And it's kind of messy right now, but this is our workstation in the kitchen, sort of our window making station as of right now, but where we're able to make things through the winter inside the house, which has been great. And this chop saw was a great investment. It was like $100 new on sale, and without it, we could not have made the windows like that. And so I'm right down here with our window well, which we did finish. We have a whole video on that, which Lindy thinks is way too long, that I went into way too much detail. You can decide for yourself. But our stairs are gonna go right over here, our storage stairs, and they're gonna walk right up to the main loft. And here's the opposite wheel well. We've got some pink board on here because we're ready to start insulating it whenever we have time. And I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do right here. So right along this wall is our main stretch of sort of usable, flexible space. We're going to hopefully have a couch somehow integrated in here, and then 2 workspaces, maybe one over here and one over there. And they'll probably fold down and the couch might move in some way. We have to figure out exactly how we're gonna do that. And this right here is a used on-demand hot water heater that we got for 25 bucks at our local restore. Apparently it was like $1,000 new. Hopefully everything works well on it. We just have to change the nozzle so it's no longer natural gas and we can hook propane up to it. But it's a beast, and so if it works, it's an amazing deal. And then the final piece, this is under the storage stair, is going to be our washer dryer, obviously because it says WD there, and that's gonna awkwardly drain into this drain pipe that we put in at the beginning.
So that was the tour of our house. We hope you guys enjoyed it. I know a few of you have been asking on our different social media platforms about the regularity of our videos. I apologize. I've recently obtained a full-time job, and it makes it harder to film, as well as having like negative 20-degree weather. So we haven't really been working on our house, as you can understand.
And pretty much all of you know, but I also have my own YouTube channel, Mike the Vegan. I know there's one person out there that saw me on this first and it blew my mind. So yeah, I don't have a ton of time to edit the videos and stuff, so we're doing as much as we can.
Yeah, and we appreciate everyone who's kept watching and kept bugging us about it. There will be more videos coming, I promise. It's just gonna take a while. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on our next video.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.